On this lesson, we're going to have you use the TI-84 calculator to determine statistics from either a list of data or a frequency table, and it's not that hard. So the first thing we need to do is actually set up our data, put the data in a list. So we're going to press Stat, which is down here next to the arrows on your calculator. Press Edit, or I should say scroll to edit. You really don't have to scroll. It's the first one there. And press Enter. So make sure you're on here, or you can just press that one and it will go ahead and bring you to a table. You scroll to your desired column. It's usually going to be list 1 to keep things simple. And then you type in your numbers, pressing Enter after each one. On that bottom line there, you're going to see list name, which is L1, and then this tells you what point number. Since I have all the data points entered above this, then that means that if I added another data point, it would be the 6th data point. If you have a frequency table, then you would actually go ahead and set up your frequencies in the next column. So once you enter all your data, you're ready to calculate your statistics. And first, you're going to press Stat again. Scroll right. Instead of staying on the Edit, you're going to go up here to Calc. All right. Scroll to 1 var stats, or press Enter, or just press 1. And then you're going to get this next screen, which is the 1 var stats screen. For the list, select the list of data. It's usually list 1. All right. Now, frequency list, usually this is blank. So this is how many times each data point in the list appears. But if you're just doing a list, you don't need to do that. And that's most of the work that we do is not a frequency table. But if you do have one, and you could, you're going to press Second Stat, which is over here. So you're going to press the blue Second button and then the Stat button. And your list of frequencies typically would be in list 2 if you have list 1 with your data. Finally, after you select your appropriate list for the frequencies and put it in there if you need it, scroll to Calculate and then press Enter. Then you will get a screen. Now, this is the first screen that shows up, and at the top you have the mean right there. The sample standard deviation is denoted by S of X, and you can see it's right here. The population standard deviation is denoted as sigma of X, and you can see it right there. You can also get other statistics such as the median, which is shown right there, and some other statistics that we will use in the class like Q1, Q3. Min and max are important. N is the number of data points. So you can get a lot of your information from this report, and you can just up and down to see all the data points. Now, one thing I will frequently ask you for, which is not on this list, is the variance. But if you remember that that's S squared, all you have to do is take this number, put it in your calculator, and square it. Now we'll just do a quick run through. So first of all, again, I actually entered my data already. I press Stat, Edit, and there you can see is my list of data. To do the calculation, I'm going to press Stat again, scroll to the right to Calc. I'm already on 1 var stats. I can hit 1 or press Enter. Here's my list of data, and let's say I wanted to put in a different list. I could say list 2 here. And if people are getting an error on their results, it's usually because they have the wrong list of data. So let me go ahead and change it back, second list, put it back on list 1, because I have no data in list 2. It would explode. Frequency list, I'm going to leave this blank again because it's just one list of data. Calculate and press Enter. And voila, there are your summary statistics, your mean, your standard deviation for the sample, which is the one we normally use, and your standard deviation for the population. You can see I have a different set of data than I did on my other screen because this one has 5 data points. My other screen had a 6 data point set of data. There's my min, Q1, median, and Q3, and my max.